Hello, welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph and I am the host of this show dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and other forms of rock music. Today we're doing our album hauls for the month of February. Not a big haul this month, with things going on job-wise. I haven't had time or money to go and do what I normally do, which is look for the albums I love. So anyways, we have 15 albums to talk about today. I think pretty good collection though, considering situations. Anyways, so we'll just start. I don't have them in any particular order, although I did get a couple of doubles, so I put them together. So we're going to start with this one from one of my favorite bands. Yes, The Ladder. It's one of the few albums I don't own by them. I got it about a week ago, and at my place that I like to go, and I played it once, liked it pretty much. Features John Anderson on vocals, Steve Howe on lead and acoustic guitars, steel, mandolin and vocals as well. Billy Sherwood on guitars and vocals, Chris Squire on bass, guitars and vocals, Alan White on drums, percussion, and vocals, and Igor Koroshev on keyboards and vocals. So pretty solid album, I think. Just show you, gives you this little thing on all the Yes stuff. Pretty decent looking thing, eh? Anyways, look forward to playing it much more now. I've heard it before I got it, and I've actually listened to it once since I have got it, so I'm a little bit familiar with it. John Anderson, of course, the vocalist on it, that's what really makes it a Yes album, I think. Not that there's anything wrong with John Davidson. I just think that John Anderson's a little bit better. Okay, so the next one I got is an album I've been looking forward to getting. This particular one, Uriah Heep, Salisbury. This is, I believe, the original cover. Could be wrong. Maybe it was the other one that was the original. Anyways, it's got a nice little inside thing with two CDs. Comes with two. This particular set. It comes with the first CD is the original album, I believe, and then the second CD is an alternate one which has 2 tracks more than the original one, plus I think it has an extra live version of the song Salisbury as well. So pretty decent album. I've listened to the original album once here. I like the musical part very much. The heaviness is good, the guitars are great, everything's great. I haven't warmed up to the vocalist yet. Maybe I will give him a chance. I'll listen to it some more and see what happens. This one, which still has the price tag on it, and I'm not going to bother taking it off. Still has the cover on. I haven't opened it yet. It's Screaming for Vengeance by Judas Priest. This was my first Judas Priest album ever. The vinyl copy I wore out, and I didn't wear it out, but I played it a lot, and I gave it, when I gave my vinyl collection to my sister, it went with it. And since that time, I've had it on cassette once. This is my first CD copy of it. Pretty solid album. Probably my favorite Judas Priest album, although some other albums have come on quite a bit lately, and eventually I'll do a ranking of these albums, all of them, and we'll see where this comes up. But, a lot of great tracks on this album. And I love the cover too, and I like the yellow part of it too, because yellow is one of those colors I like quite a bit. Next up, a band that maybe most people might figure I didn't like. And growing up, I can't say I didn't like them. The stuff I heard on the radio I liked. I just never got into them heavily because it was more of a pop-oriented band. But, I've since been listening to their stuff on the internet quite a bit. And when I was out, I got this album, Steely Dan's Pretzel Logic. It's got Ricky Don't Lose Your Number, which was a song I quite liked. And I've listened to the entire album once now. And I find it catchy. I do. There's not much to this because I think it's an original copy. It just basically that's it. Just tells you what's on it. A pretty solid band, I think. A band that I think I'm going to get into more as time goes on. It wasn't actually the album I was looking for. I was looking for Asia, but I got this one, and I'm quite pleased with it. Next out, an album I wasn't sure I wanted, and I like it. I like it, but it's very different than I would have thought from this band. Sorry, I'm just going to take the tag off because it's annoying. Anyways, we're talking about Pink Floyd's Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I like that album cover. It's very psychedelic, I think. The back is pretty good. It's got some interesting tracks on it. I like the book quite a bit. I glanced at it a bit. I listened to it for the first time yesterday. Wasn't really sure what to expect. To me, it doesn't really sound like Pink Floyd. Not the Pink Floyd I've known. But it's a pretty decent album. It's pretty heavy too I think for the time period that it came out. And also it is very psychedelic, I think. Even the cover, like, that's pretty psychedelic if you ask me. So there you have, that one's Pink Floyd's Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Pretty solid. Next out, I haven't listened to it yet. I am familiar with some of the tracks, and again, I'm just going to take off this stupid tag again. Anyways, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Sorry. This one's Queen, debut album. Keep Yourself Alive, of course, we all know that. And then there's quite a few other tracks I think I've heard on here, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking forward to listening to this because I've been told it's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. It's got a little book, picture of the guys here. A little psychedelic. It's the end of the 70s, but you can see the bit of psychedelia in this band at the time too. But this band has always been known for all its different genres and blending. So again, I look forward to listening to this album. Then I got two albums that I've long wanted, and got them at a pretty good, I think a pretty good solid price. I'm just going to take the price tag off here. Both for the same price, $11, which might seem a lot, but you know, when you think, here they are, two of them. Peace of Mind and Killers. Both albums I've long wanted. Peace of Mind I've heard quite a bit of over the years. A friend of mine had it, and I used to listen to his all the time. So I am quite familiar with it, but many people who are Iron Maiden fans rank this as their best album. I don't know it well enough to say that yet. Currently, probably The Number of the Beast, I think, would probably be my favorite, but we'll see. That I'm going to give a lot of listen to, and the other one, Killers, with Paul Di'Anno on it. Another one, Wrathchild and Murders in the Rue Morgue. Really, really good album, I think. I've heard a number of these tracks quite a bit. I really like the Iron Maiden covers quite a bit. They put a lot of stuff into their covers and their music on a whole. So, two albums I look forward to listening to quite a bit. The other two, albums I got that were a pair were these two, Diver Down and Van Halen, Fair Warning. Both, I think, solid albums, probably second and third favorite albums by this. I'm doing a Van Halen rating this week, so we'll see how it goes when I get to that. Also doing cover of this one tonight. Well, you'll see it tonight. And so it's going to be a busy day for three videos coming out today. This one and my series one, and my look back, which will be tonight, will be featured a Van Halen album. This one in particular, and I think it'll be a pretty solid tribute to Van Halen this week, as I'm doing a list of their albums, ranking their albums. I like that picture quite a bit too. I think pretty solid album, this one. Just gonna put it back in. Van Halen's Fair Warning, and of course the same thing with Diver Down. This one's a little bit more information, a little bit better of the thing. Not a lot, but a little bit. Another picture of the boys. Pretty solid album, I think. This album doesn't get the kind of positive review that you think it would, but a lot of people, I guess, are kind of dead set against the covers. I have a different opinion of Van Halen than a lot of people. I like their covers. In fact, some of their covers are better than their own stuff. Not that their own stuff's bad. They got a lot of really good stuff. Either way, they can do covers or they can do their own stuff, and I'm happy either way. They're just one of those bands that do the covers, I think, better than the originals. So I don't mind them. There's most bands I don't like covers from, but them I don't mind. This album, I actually broke apart when I listened to it yesterday for the first time. I was trying to take it out of the wrap, and the plastic shield clip that holds it in place broke. Gentle Giants, Acquiring the Taste. Aptly named album. It's going to require some listening to really get into this. Very different, even more so than the Three Friends album that I have, which I thought was different. I think this is more different. Nobody will ever accuse Gentle Giant of sounding like anybody else. Next up, this was an album given to me recently by somebody. Gave me a stack of albums, of which most of them I got rid of. I gave a couple to my daughter and kept this one. This was the only one I kept because I really liked a lot of what I was hearing on this album, the Muse. So I'm prepared to give them a lengthy go at before I decide to accept them or not. This one's called Resistance. Pretty. Looks like I've listened to it. It's a pretty solid album for a kind of new kind of progressive rock band. The next three, we'll do this one first. It's not an album that you would expect me to listen to, but my daughter loves this girl. It's her favorite musician, and so I had to grow up listening. She grew up with me listening to this as well, and I kind of like them. Especially this album, I think, is probably my favorite of hers. I like it quite a bit. I would call it kind of heavy pop, but there's some soft songs, ballads on here too. She's got a pretty solid voice, I think, and the songs are pretty memorable, pretty solid. It's an album I would listen to, so I got it for a reasonable price, and so I wouldn't pass on it. So that's it, Miley Cyrus. Okay, the last two, this one I got yesterday, or the day before. I think it was the day before. Queen's Right. This would be my first Queen's Right. It's called Pier. I don't know too much about it other than they're a band that I was interested in listening to. Got this album for a couple bucks. It's in reasonably good shape. The album itself is in good shape. The album cover is a little bit worn, but not too bad. So Queen's Right. And then the last album, this was a funny story. I had gone to a record store in my neighborhood that sells used stuff, and I was looking for this album. This is back in 2019, and they didn't have it, but they put me on a waiting list if it came in, and I completely forgot about it. And then this month they phoned me and said, yeah, we have this album for you if you're interested in it still. And I said, am I interested? Yeah, I'm interested. So I went and I bought it, and I listened to it once, and already I know it's going to be one of my favorite Tull albums, and that's saying a lot because I love Tull. I've got a lot of Tull stuff. I don't think myself I haven't bought a bad Tull album yet. Closest came was Crest of a Knave, which took me a while to get into, but now I like it quite a bit. Sorry. So there you have it. That's my haul for the week, for the month of February. Less than I've had in the last 2 or 3 months, my haul, but still a pretty good collection of albums, I think, to add to my collection. I'm quite pleased with the ones I've listened to so far. I've had no disappointments. I got a stack here that I'm getting rid of because I'm not really pleased with them, but they'll turn them into some stuff that I will be pleased with, I hope. So there you have it. This month's haul, February's haul. Some good stuff. And some of these will probably appear in some other videos at some point. At least one of them for sure, 'cause it's going to appear today. Actually, two of them, they're both going to appear this week. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you would like me to do more of, or make comments about any of these particular albums that you see in here today, and give me kind of some feedback on what I might be listening to and stuff like that. That'd be great. So I hope you have a good day and a good night. From Prog Monster, bye.